What's up, my beer bros? Beer Maniac here with a 2017 MLB Postseason Prediction Special, or whatever you want to call it. This is my predictions. I believe I posted a video on it in early August of how it went. Slight differences is Cleveland has the best record in the American League, so you just switch them with Houston. And then in the National League, it lines up perfectly. But let's actually put them in their proper place and let's predict. And this is how it actually should look. You got Minnesota going to New York and Colorado going to Arizona in the first wild card game. That starts later tonight, and tomorrow is the National League wild card game. In these two games, I believe the Yankees outpower the Twins 6-3, and I believe Colorado outlasts the Diamondbacks 4-2. Now, going into the division series, this is interesting because the Houston Astros and Boston Red Sox finished a 3-game series against each other to end the regular season, where Astros got the best of them 2-1, and I believe outscored them by 9-8 runs, somewhere around there, maybe 7. So I think the Houston Astros win this in 4 games. I believe if the Boston Red Sox win 1 or 2 games, it'll be probably Chris Sale, and then maybe Pomeranz if they put him in there. But that will be tough. Pomeranz is a very streaky pitcher. Then that would pit the powerhouse Yankees and Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez against the Cleveland Indians. I believe the Indians' starting pitching and bullpen is too much for the Yankees to overcome. I believe Cleveland either wins that in 3 or 4 games. I believe the Yankees do put up a fight score-wise, maybe being outscored by 4 or 5 runs in the series. Not that much, but I believe overall the Indians are just too good. In the National League, we have the Cubs against the Nationals. I believe the Cubs pitching is going to struggle against Bryce Harper and the Nationals, so I believe the Nationals will win in 5. I think the Cubs do push them, though. But I believe the Nationals will probably outscore the Cubs by like 6 or 7. Then you have the Dodgers against who I believe will be the Rockies. I believe the Dodgers win this behind Corey Seager, probably in 4, probably a 3-1 series with a loss probably coming in game 2 or 3. And then in the championship series, you have Houston against Cleveland. I believe Houston, I'm going to actually say Houston will probably, I believe they're too young and too good and too naive, I guess, to let the pressure get to them. Against Cleveland, I believe they rebound from a postseason failure last year and beat Cleveland in 6. I do believe Cleveland gets out to a 2-0 series, or they win the first game, but I believe like the Astros probably win the next 2, something like that. Because Kluber, he'll probably win game 1 and 4 for them. Because I believe they'll have him winning game 4 if they go down and win it 2. Then you have the Nationals against the Dodgers in the NLCS. And honestly, if I had to pick that one, I'd probably pick the Nationals just because I like Strasburg, I like Harper, and I believe the Dodgers have been struggling a little bit too much lately for me to be comfortable picking them. But I believe it'll be a best of 7, right down to the point. I believe we'll go 7 games. So yeah, the championship series, in my prediction, is going to have 13 games, which is crazy fun baseball. And that pits the World Series would be the Houston Astros against Washington Nationals, the Capitol versus the Lone Star State. Now, this is interesting because both have young pitching rotations, both have pretty decently young lineups, but I believe the Houston Astros capture the World Series title in 5 games. I believe maybe it's an injury, maybe it's a slump, but I think the Nationals start to struggle. They do tend to collapse in postseason pressure, but that's it. I do have the Astros winning the World Series in 5 games over the Washington Nationals, at least with how the season has progressed so far. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new, and I'll end this video with a quick simulation of the postseason, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, for as who I want to win the World Series, I am a Boston Red Sox fan, but I kind of want the Twins to win. I think their pitching's underrated. I think their offense their offense knows how to hit the sweet spot. So it'd be nice to see the Twins win it. But let's in the postseason and see who in the final brackets of the MLB 2017 postseason that MLB 17 The Show has winning the World Series. As the Red Sox defeating the Cubs. It has the Astros losing in 4, which is the complete opposite. And also the complete opposite is Sale being the only Boston Red Sox pitcher to lose. It's pretty interesting. Has Price. See, this is the only differential here where David Price is no longer a starter. That does askew it a little bit. But I definitely don't think the Astros offense will be that slow. It agrees with me on the Rockies, not the Yankees. It actually has the Twins making it all the way to the ALCS, so that's kind of nice. Has the Red Sox sweeping the Twins and then the Cubs. Has the Cubs pushing the Dodgers to 7, sweeping the Nationals. That is definitely an interesting bracket to say the least. Definitely a lot to agree with there. Anyway, guys, like I said before, if you do enjoy this video, you want to see more stuff like this in the future, let me know in the comment section down below, or just let me know by leaving a thumbs up, or just watching it, maybe sharing this video with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.